Nigga Gray on the check-in. You know what I mean? Fly shit only. What you wear is vocal and all that. Friday Night Live. Popovich, we in the building. Check 1 2 1 2. Check 1 2 1 2. Let's go. Yes. Yes, 2 times. Y'all know the vibes though. He like ooh la la. They go ooh la la. She like ooh la la. They go ooh la la on a Friday. Just got paid day. Feeling good day. Like ooh la la. Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Hop up out that bed like where's the bread? What it do, people? You're now tuned in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic, that feeling. Back up in here one more again. So if it's your first time, then the question is, where you been? Over here on this side, we deal with sports, hip-hop, entertainment, interviews sometimes when people don't be acting flaky, Popovisms 101, and of course, motivation. So before you jump off the page, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash the notification bell for me so when I upload the videos, yes, you get alerted. You get alerted when I upload the videos, and if it's not your first time and you've been rocking with the channel, good looking. But you know how I do. You know how I plainly start my show. Tony, there was no other way. We in the end game now. We in the end game. And we is in the end game. People, shouts to everybody tuning in on the Friday. Like, you know what I mean? Give me a little bit of time, a little bit of love. Appreciate you. What's up, Monique? You know what I mean? Charles, what up, my guy? You know what I mean? Ain't seen you in a little minute. Karma, what up? You know what I mean? Everybody tuning in on YouTube. Everybody tuning in on Instagram. You know the vibes. Friday night vibes. What we talking about. And we in the end game because it's just me, or maybe it's just like the New York tri-state area where it's like Ox or Car Shield. Like, you know what I mean? Like Vivica Fox or the white bitch. Like, you know what I mean? And it's like when your car break down and then the characters or the actors that they have on it, they had this one black lady. She like, and they like family. So not only did they bring me in, you know, they got me feeling like family. And it's like, family, like really? You ain't got to rope a dope me with the, you know what I mean? The hoo-ha. We get it. You getting paid. It's an ad. And you should plan for the future when shit pop off. You know what I mean? New Year rolling around. You got plans to do X, Y, and Z. But oh shit, your health go left. Now you in another situation. You got plans to, you know what I mean? 2024 and old baby, I like it raw. Scorpios, we the best. You got plans to style on them and you did it on them. Nicki Minaj reference, you did it on them. You think you're about to did it on them. And then some shit happened with your moms. Now you got to focus your attention and your time on that. You know what I'm saying? Like anything could just, you can lose your job. You know what I mean? If you ain't creating and you ain't out here in these streets and as I like to say, shaking that ass. Like, come on, baby. Like, no, it's a jokey joke, but it's not really a jokey joke. Like, you know what I mean? You want Dunkin' Donuts? You better work, bitch. You want them Uggs looking clean and looking, you know what I mean, so fresh? You better work, bitch. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. Like, you know what I mean? It's Friday. Cheers once again, everybody tuning in. Popovich TV. We live, we rolling, we unscripted. Y'all know how I do over here. You know the theme in that commercial, that little video that's be spinning on the clip on the internet, and Shorty sitting in the car, and it's like, you want Dunkin' Donuts? You better work, bitch. Unless you got some sponsors or, you know what I mean, you got some situations going on, but you get what I'm talking about. You got plans to take over the world and mama, I made it. and some real shit happens, some unexpected shit happens, now you got to revise. You got to re-strategize. You got to rethink some things and say, damn, what's really important moving into the new year? Like, I ain't even go no whole spill on that. That just came out because I'm seeing Vivica Fox all the time, like, car shield or ox. And, when the Kevin Samuels shit and all that, a lot of the men channels and all that, they was getting at her a little bit, taking shots at her for not really having nothing going. And she was like, nah, I'm going to be moving these motherfucking car shield commercials. And that's all I've been seeing popping up lately. So, I'm wondering if it's just me. Is it car shield or is it ox? Shout out to my nigga Mutar, a.k.a. my nigga Car in Harlem, a real one, just checked in the building. What up, my guy? You know what I mean? How the brother on a Friday? Josh Ballin, what's the word? So that's just some shit on that, you know what I mean? But we in the end game, cuz niggas be talking real greasy on them R&B records. They platinum a million times, like, check the credits. And, the Cam shit, Flip Queens and all that, the Melissa Ford. And I want to talk about it because I speak about it a lot. If you follow the channel, you rock with Populous TV, I'm real big on, not just jumping on these podcasts, on these networks and these airwaves and saying some so salacious, some outlandish shit just to get some views, just to get people to tune into you. And you know what I'm going to say. And it's all for sale. Like, everything you do is for sale just to get a view. And, obviously she on the Joe Budden podcast, and I fuck with their podcast. Had some content, that I did on them, or some reviews and reactions to some of their content, I should say, on the channel since we've been rocking on YouTube. And so last live that I did, I spoke about Cam and Mason Bethda. And we're gonna rise to the top. And how he was speaking about how they was running the Triz's name. Like, that's what she wants, the big pun reference. And they up there talking to Flex, rest in peace pun, and shout outs to Fat Joe. Like, that's what she wants. We run Triz's names, and they was talking about how in the early 90s, it wasn't pearly and shiny. He was certainly grimy because he ain't have no fresh clothes. Or the jewelry with his XOs, his house had asbestos. That's all if that come home with me, right? Shout outs to Killer. And I fuck with Cam and the Dipset. So he like, she making a reference to a comment he made about him and Mace running a train on somebody, saying that they might have been underage. Oh, what? What are we talking about? Why do you feel comfortable making those type of statements? Especially if it's not true. You know what I mean? And it's no hardcore facts to back shit up. In the day and time that we living in, and what I had said on my last live, go see the other video. I'm like, yo, that may have been, even though I'm a guy and Scorpios, we the best, listening to the story about how they booty clapping sounds, you know what I mean? And like where the ladies at, you know what I mean? Getting flashbacks from Paid in Full, see him, you know what I mean, with the mink on, running, you know what I mean, doing shorty crazy. And you like, damn, Mayor Adams just got accused. R. Kelly is in jail forever, ever. Forever, ever. You know what I mean? You see what's, the climate of what's going on, and all of a sudden, Diddy is on the rise, and, take that. Why would you, come out and say some shit? And he like, yo, obviously Cam came out, and he spoke about what led to this. And I also spoke about when it was like niggas got their little podcasts with the little sports and the little cooking and all that. I'm like, damn. Well, Trick Daddy got the cooking show, and Cam was doing, and he spoke about, obviously his mom's passing. May Allah have mercy, and may Allah forgive all of us when it's time to go. Like, oh, do you ever think about when you out of here? Your record deal, video out of here. You watching me on Instagram and YouTube, all that shit out of here. Everything that you love and you possess, that shit is gone, and one day we will return to the Most High. So when we do go, may he have mercy on us. I hope he have mercy on me. So, condolences, and I spoke about that as well. Obviously, when you lose your moms or you lose anybody that you really love, especially your moms. That's the closest thing you probably will get to the heavens, some people say. And I agree. You know what I'm saying? So he fell back from the show, thought niggas was taking jabs at him, you know what I mean, while he was dealing with crisis. And you thinking Nas, like when Hov tried to sneak attack, and Nas, like, you know what I mean, saved them apologies when he was like, you know, because his moms was sick and all that. And that's one of the best hip hop battles, you know, of all times in my estimation. One of them. It's a few, but that's definitely one of them. You know what I mean? Tara, what's the word? That's definitely one of them. And so, you know, he was dealing with his mom being sick, being elderly, and then ultimately passing. And he like, then we came back stronger than ever. Because what's the best get back is after a setback. That's the best get backs of all. And if you a risk taker, if you like your life's on the line, you one of those that just don't go along with the get along, you know what I mean? You willing to, you know, draw outside of the lines that they set for you for the colors. And that's metaphorically and all that. And I'm not trying to get all crazy like that. But you get what I'm getting at. You willing to take a little risk. Then when things like that happen, it doesn't matter. You willing to jump out and see if you can swim. So they came back and they showed improvement. Like he said, you know what I mean? Men lie, women lie, but the numbers don't. And I'm platinum a million times, nigga. Check the credits, S. Carter, ghostwriter. And for the right price, I can even make your shit tighter. Came back like, yo, we number 2 behind Stephen A and them, behind XYZ. Go look at the analytics. And shout outs to them for even putting on like that. You know what I mean? You know, despite what people was thinking, like it's a little sports show or whatever, you know what I mean? I didn't know what he was doing either. And a lot of times, when you in the business and you identify as one thing, it can be hard for people to now view you through another lens. And that's why the people that's able to, Tony, there was no other way, and reverse time and recreate themselves and come out on some other shit, you got to salute them. You got to tip your hat and be like, oh, nah, this is an ill chick right here. This is not the regular type of chick, because she reinvented herself, and now, you know what I mean, 10 years ago, she was known for this. Now she known for this. 5 years ago, I'm like, for Cam, you're a rapper, you're an actor. Now you a sportscaster. I mean, you a sports, you know, speaker. You talking on sports every day, and we talk about sports on this channel too. Chicken dinners, we give the winners out, etc. You know what I mean? And so pretty much he just like, yo, who are y'all niggas to even, you know, have a comment on what I've been doing? You know what I'm saying? And Joe Buttons and them, they've been winning with the podcast. Obviously, he was ahead of the curve, if you will, when it comes to the internet shit. Obviously, big act. I'm being funny, but I'm not. You know what I mean? He definitely one of the pioneers, big act, when it comes to this shit. YouTubing and all that. Tommy Sotomayor and all that. You know, just so he was giving people his props. And then just pretty much, you know, addressing Queen's Flip, right? That's his man. If you don't know who he is, he obviously got what is it? Not the Shade Room. Hey, I forget what his channel was, but his channel was big. And he obviously was doing the skits and all that. And I met him, you know what I mean? Shout outs to Cal, shout outs to my nigga Dre, you know what I mean? Just came home on a check-in, you know what I mean? Fresh out the feds, trying to get it together, doing him, you know what I mean? Like, yo, come through, this nigga gonna be doing like some skit shit. And at this particular time, this when he was like battling all the Dipset members. He had, I think, Battle Cam and, you know, was battling them. And, you know, so I didn't know who he was or whatever. You know what I mean? Nigga Dre like, yo, come through. Nigga on 40th and Lennox, you know what I mean? Shout outs to the real ones. You know what I mean? That's the location. And they was in the store, you know, battling. And it was, I guess, got a lot of views. So like he said, yo, Cam showed him the ropes, because he responded. You know what I mean? Cam like, yo, it's a lot of, you know, dry cleaning over there. Just really talking this shit. And if you've been following Cam, you know he can talk some shit. You know what I mean? That's one thing he could do. Like, y'all can't live his life. Y'all can't. Like, you know what I mean? Harlem stick together, the hashtag. And again, I fuck with Harlem. And obviously I fuck with Cam and the Dipset. You know what I mean? It's, you know, salute to them for the trails that they blaze. Gotta salute them for that, if nothing else. Fuck all the other shit, with, you know, where you stand musically and all that. Just the path that they paving, they walking in their own shoes, and you got to come out in your own way. But anyway, he, you know, came back like, yo, you bugging. I'm not gonna never try to play you. Pretty much, I was just, you know, trying to get the views up. Pretty much, that's what Flip's saying. He like, yo, I'm I'm a algorithm type of guy, analytical guy, some shit he was saying. So pretty much, I'm going to just say whatever I want. I'm going to just speak all salacious and, saying scandalous. And I'm going to say like, yo, where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the lady, like, y'all going to back up this, this joint. And what she talking about? And he like, she was on the island because none of us agree with her. Fuck your fans, my nigga. If this is your guy, you know what I mean? Like, if this is your geyser, hold on one second. I need to get some battery life up in this motherfucker. This is your guy, you know what I mean? Who you rock with, who you say is your man and all that, you know what I mean? Oh, shit. Y'all know how shit get. We unscripted over here. Don't sweat it, though. Don't sweat the technique. Give me a second to get this shit right. All right, cool. Yeah, kid. For all intents and purposes, let me just get that right. Good now, what? I think we good. This should be good. I want y'all looking at the bottom of the kid. You know what I mean? I'm going scripted and uncut. My balloon's still up there from the BouT. Alright, right now. Motherfucker. Oh, that's good for now. Fuck it. That's supposed to be your mans in them, you know what I mean? Like K, like DY, why you always gotta, you know what I mean, bother people and fuck with people? Like, that's supposed to be your mans in them. You know what I'm saying? And you like, yo, why niggas ain't coming to the defense of old girl? And it's like, bro, she just spewing all type of wild accusations. Talking crazy shit crazy. One is not true. He like, I may sue the motherfuckers for defamation of character. And you saying he helped you get the bag, he helped you, etc. And that may be so. And he like, yo, you asked to do this, you asked to do that, you wanted to do these type of skits. And, like I said, when I met him, it was like, yo, I was trying to film him. I didn't know who he was. He like, yo, light-skinned nigga in the back, you know what I mean? I got a lot of followers, don't make me look bad and woo. And I respected it. Like, all right, cool. I ain't trying to make you look bad. I don't even know who you are, you know what I mean? A nigga told me to pull up to see what the fuck Cal doing. So I pulled up, you know what I mean, to the block. They do their little battle. But I also seen him another time in Harlem, summertime. I'm going to say, like 2 years ago or some shit like that. But it was Trail Day. Rest in peace, Trail. He was over there with Jim and shooting and shit. And, just people was dispersing and all that. Regular hood, summertime bubblegum shit, you know what I mean? Like, niggas out, police out, people drinking and smoking and all that, even though he was out to, show love and commemorate, etc. every year and all that. But, just hood shit. And he was looking a little shaky, a little nervous, a little shaky, a little nervous. And, I had met him, I'm not, met him, but just the shit in the store with the skit and all that, the battle. Hey, yo, I want to battle. And, 40 cal and Freaky Zeke and all that shit. That was first, so this was after. So I'm sure he ain't really remember. It's nighttime. Niggas is outside doing we outside. It's a little shaky, a little nervous, the vibes, but, he on the podcast with him and he got his own shit. I can't think of the shit, though, off the top. Otherwise, I would say shit because he definitely be working hard in these social media streets. But everything ain't for clout. And everything ain't for sale. And she all the way out of line. She all the way out of pocket. And when people could just say shit, with no real consequences, no real, get smacked on your ass, or, you get your hand smacked, or you get some type of deduction or some type of penalty incur just because you got a camera phone and a Black Mirror and you got a podcast and you think you're a podcaster, you're on Spotify, whatever the fuck. And I mean, even me, like anybody, especially if you really got a good thing going. People is really tuning into you. You got a lot of shit going on, you know what I mean? Partner angles and all that. you got to be careful with what the fuck you say. You see, Tasha K got she got sued, defamation of character. Cardi B, 4 million. You know what I mean, she still ain't paid it. She on the run eating. Now you on the run eating. You ain't pay that nut yet. You know what I mean? And whether she got it or not, you just can't be getting on here talking reckless about people and their family and saying shit that's untrue, without the allegedly, maybe, kind of, sort of. You know what I mean? So, off of these dudes talking about running the Triz name on the chick, she jumps out the window talking about it could have been underage and like really putting that shit out there in the air. And that's really unacceptable. It's like, who the fuck is you? And you couldn't get far fucking them rap stars. We know who you are. Put your hands up, ladies. If you kept your legs closed, it's the way. And that's why Game did that. Talking about like these bitches want to be Melissa Ford, but they don't know Melissa Ford drive a Honda Accord. And like behind closed doors, she do whatever it takes to get to the Grammy Awards. Couldn't get far. Like that's the fire song with him and Kanye West. Like if you kept your mouth closed, it's a waste. And I'm being funny, but I'm not. That's Game words. That's not me. That's why Kanye said, damn, Game, how you gonna call out all these? Bitches do damn well, you know what I mean? Like, come on, like, and this shit been going on. He done been around the block, been around hoes that fuck Biggie and Pop. And every other city we go, every other town we go, you know what I mean? Rest in peace, Nate Dogg. No matter where I go, I see the same hoes. And you can say the same thing for niggas that get around on some Pac shit. That's community dick, or ladies, however you may feel about the situation. But the bottom line is, we're not the same. No matter what you think. Sorry, I'm fucking up a little bit, but no matter what you think, you know what I mean? We're not the same. So we ain't gonna be treated as the same. We ain't gonna be looked at as the same. Shit ain't gonna go like how you think. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be judged differently. And that's why it's like every other city we go, every other place we go, like you see the same hoes, you see Nate Dogg singing it and he playing and all that, but that's what it really is. And whether you view it the same or not, it don't really matter. But the point is, Cam like, yo, I could spill the beans on you. I know some shit about you. Like, you know what I mean? I got your numbers, you know what I mean? Like, dial out, ding, ding, woo, woo. And he obviously put up the picture. He like, only reason why I'm addressing it because she apologized. And don't get me wrong, like, whether you saying some shit that's wrong, you made a mistake, shit like that, I obviously think, apologizing is the best. You know what I mean? That's what adults do. They apologize when they fuck up. Part of the shit, we live, we rolling, we unscripted. That's a better angle. Gotta respect the motherfucking an adult, man or woman, because men lie, women lie, but the numbers don't lie. Gotta respect somebody that say, you know what? I'm not blaming it on the juice. I'm not blaming it on the goose. I'm not blaming it on none of that. I was wrong. I was out of pocket. I fucked up, and I apologize. Can you please accept my apology? As man to man or woman to man, like, you gotta respect people like that. That's just me personally. That's not everybody. Maybe because I'm one to raise my hand, like Jada said. Y'all got embarrassed in the class when the teachers used to make y'all read. You know what I mean? Like, you get embarrassed, so you stay quiet. You ain't learn shit. They pass you over. That's another story. But I'm one to say, nah, I fucked up. Granted, I'm human, so I do what humans do. Sometimes a nigga could be prideful or you just be in your feelings. And you shouldn't be, but you are, because you're human. So it may take you a day or two, 2 days, swing back around like, yo, I was wrong, my nigga. You know what I mean? Or, whoa, I was wrong. You know what I mean? My bad. Let's move on. Takes a bigger person to do it, and it takes a real one to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to always be right all the time. So I'm saying that to say, she came out and apologized. He like, man, that shit was forced, or they probably made her or whatever, but we not buying it. And you need more people. Like, we don't believe you. Rockefeller, students of the game, we passed the class, right? Like, because nobody can read you dudes like we do. And we see through the fog, the snake, the rat, the cat, and the dog. Like, bitch, we know you just saying that shit just to, you know what I mean? But I was going to address you when I was ready. But you forcing me to address you, so now I'm going to let you have it. And let her have it. He did. And I was like, wow, I'm not, I mean, like, bravo, magnificent. And more people need to start doing this when people that have platforms, whether big or small. I mean, you can't jump on everything because everything is. Don't deserve your attention. It's not even worthy. As O'Shea said, you struggle streaming. You know what I'm saying? Like, so nobody really paying attention to you. You know what I mean? LB, what up? You know what I mean? Nobody really rocking with you. But things need to be said for people. The Shade Room, big platforms, the Clubhouse, YouTube, and all this. If you got a big following, millions of followers, and you can just get on and say, like, oh, yeah, they was dealing with underage girls. Wow. Whoa. And you really need your face smacked in. I hate to say some shit like that, but that's how offensive it is. And it's like, I often quote or reference Harlem Nights, because that's one of the iconic movies, of all time, if you ask me. The cinematic, the lines, the nostalgia of the 60s or whatever era that's from. Seeing motherfucking Eddie Murphy, Fox, and Richard Pryor on the screen at the same time. Just so many of those actors. One of my favorite movies. And you see when, she hit him with the garbage can. And you want to hit people with garbage cans, and he pulled out the 380 on her, and he shot Vera, he shot her in her pinky toe, and he blew that crusty motherfucker off, pack out, like, challenge. You crossing the gun line, boss. And it's like, oh, why you shoot that over? She's mad at money. Like, man, she hit me with a fucking garbage can. You can't disrespect me. You can't lie on me. You can't, slander my name and drag my shit all through the mud and have me, balled up in the dirt, bugs on my shirt, cleaning my shirt. They thought I'd make another Illmatic, but it's never, I'm always moving forward, never backwards. Here's another classic. It's like, yo, who the fuck is you to be saying some shit like that about me? And you're all the way wrong. And once you say it, whether it's true or not, some people are going to run with it. They're going to hop up out the bed looking for Ames like they lost a friend, right? How many of y'all hop up out the bed looking for Ames like you lost a friend? If you wasn't on the timelines where everybody line instead of following the guidelines, Lil Wayne reference recently on Nas album, Magic 3. Icon, never die. Y'all niggas is following the timelines where everybody lines instead of focusing on that bread when you hop up out the bed. That's just a side note. So it's like, people can say what the fuck they want with no checks and balances, and that's unacceptable. And, where we come from a lot of times, a nigga will send your little sister or your little niece or somebody that's real rugged with the beats and put flames and feet and hands on you for talking about their uncle like that, for talking about their brother like that, for talking about their cousin like that, putting shit on them that's untrue. Sexual allegations in the climate that we living in now. And y'all know on the channel, I be like, listen, I'm not going down for none of that, so we going to trial. I don't want nothing to so like, nigga can take a lot of things, and I done copped out before. I know what the cheese sandwich tastes like. I know what it's like to lose, to feel so desperately that I was right, yet to fail. Like Thanos, you was so close, yet you in the bullpen eating motherfucking cop-out sandwiches. Yes. I know what that feeling is like. And it's a horrible, fucked up feeling for some. Some is too hard to bear. And they hang up. And they take their own fucking life. Self-deletion. You know what I mean? From not being able to take that the consequence that's coming for the actions that they did. Some of them. We know there's a lot of innocent people that's enduring and dealing with the same shit that somebody that belong in there is dealing with. But they innocent. Right. You know what I mean? To the justice system. Tony, there was no other way. Right. Like, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, he said what he said. I'm backing her. She should be kicked off. And it's just like, we got to stop with the sexual allegations. And then also the thing is, I was just talking to a female friend tonight. You know what I mean? And she like, I'm always siding with the women. I'm a woman. And I get it. Biasness or whatever. But she like, why is all this shit always coming out against people that got bread? Because that's your money, son. Why there ain't no broke niggas being accused? Why we don't hear about it? And I guess it don't really make for good news because They're not Russell Simmons. They're not Diddy's. They're not, you know what I mean, whoever's being accused, whether they done it to R. Kelly's and all that. And I'm not saying that they didn't do these things. Obviously, he in jail forever, ever, unless he beat his appeal. You know what I mean? Like, people lying on, coming out the woodworks on whoever. But she just was like, they always do it to the celebrities. And it's true. You don't hear about the Tom, Dick, and Joe from up the block, nigga, that's the UPS worker. And nigga, please, you worked for UPS. Since he wasn't no type of big drug dealer, my man TJ Swan didn't appeal to her. You know what I mean? Like, she stopped fronting, starts to speaking, coming to all the shows every single weekend. To get his beeper number, she be begging, please. Dying for the day to get skis. She caught the vapors. and that's you, ladies. Some of y'all, anyway. Fellas, too. You know what I mean? Hey, Cam. Dick riders. You know what I mean? You know, it is what it is. Some people catch the vapors sometime. So, let's talk about this shit, though. Because that Cam shit is wild. We root for him. We've been rooting for him. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Podcast. That shit wild, funny. And like he said, on Monday, they're going to be coming out with the list to show all the rankings. Chewy, Chevy, what up? They're gonna be showing all of the lists and shit on where they rank at as far as the ratings and challenge and everything is all for sale. You know what I mean? Let's talk about Von Miller, right? Real quick. Because we talked about him last week. We talked about how, you know, the big stations and all that shit was, you know, trying to splash him all over the airways and he was spinning in the clip. Jolene, you know what I mean? Yeah. What's the word? You know what I mean? How he was spinning in the clip. Oh, you hit your pregnant girlfriend. Oh, domestic violence and woo. And So I jumped on, you know what I mean? Last week's show. Excuse me. And I just pretty much was like, you know, although this is what they spinning, this is the narrative, we don't know if it's true or not. Let's wait a minute. Stop. Think about it. Run tell that, Mark Lawrence, for all of us that's old enough to know that. Wait a minute. You know what I mean? Selfish football, what's the word? Seafood, you know what I mean? Like, think about it. Is this true or is it not true? Or are we just painting an image and a narrative that's not true? I'm bringing him up because what I was saying is brothers and sisters, you know what I mean? But more so for brothers, find themselves in these type of, you know, precarious situations where you in a position to lose everything you work for over, you know, a smile on the big butt and some, you know, her breasts look like 2 bee stings and she was bee sting. So you just went crazy and you about to bust. And so you shoot up the club and no marriage, even I might make it work. So you stuck for 18 years. And even though you winning the Super Bowl, you driving off in the Hyundai on any given Sunday, right? Like, she gave me money. Like, that's a Kanye reference. And she taking all your money. And if she take you to court, she gonna take anything except the kitchen sink out. So you have multiple babies with these Instagram models. So I just was like, brothers need to be more mindful. You know, we see the stories of the Zions and, you know, the Anton Walkers and just a lot of athletes who, you know, work their ass off, get to where they get to, clap a couple of cheeks, you know, saw their royal oats on some Coming to America shit. You know what I mean? And that's you. You know what I mean? I ain't mad at you. That's what Cam was talking about. They at the whorehouse, 93, 92. They in the whorehouse. $20. Nice joints. It is what it is. And when you scroll on Instagram, if you're offended, I'm sorry, but it's all for sale. This is what's out there. I'm not selling it. I'm not trafficking it. I'm not making you jump online and come on, baby. Come on, baby. I'm not making you shake your lovely ass. I'm not making you sway your ass back and forth. I'm going to watch, though, because I'm a man. And I love women. Love the shape of it, the smell of it, the walk of it. You know what I mean? Like, all those things that come with y'all being a woman and what makes you who you are, the essence of you, how the Most High put you on this earth to be appealing, soothing, and all alluring and all that fly shit. You know what I mean? Walk the hot Arabian desert, barefooted. I grab your hair, you grab my joint and knew where to put it. Scorpios, we the best. I mean, ladies, I'm just giving you what it is, but outside of that, it's like, come on. You know what I mean? You gonna violate and throw me under the bus and say I did XYZ to you. I didn't do that to you. You fucking up the bag, and now my reputation is tarnished. But he gonna play this week. Von Miller gonna play this week, and they gonna be playing against the Kansas City Chiefs. And if he was accused of if these things was true, she came out and said these things is untrue. We see, what's the boxing name from Jersey, the young brother, can't think of his name now, but salute to the brother, doing big things in the sport world, Official. His baby mama, she get it from her mama. Supposed to, put feces on his toothbrush and all that. Allegedly, hit him up and all that, or, say he was hitting her and shit. Then you look at Jeannie Ma, you know what I mean? Your favorite Asian persuasion, you know what I mean? And I got a lot of Asian friends, you know what I mean? A lot. Did a lot of good business with them, and salute to them. But in this particular case, the dark meat on the side, you know what I mean? You like Birdman, I like dark meat, but what satisfied me? She coming out saying, it was cheating, it was this, and we just supposed to believe everything you're saying now, the Tiana Taylor with this dude. But I'm only saying that to say, like, he gonna play this Sunday. Any given Sunday, Jamie Foxx, LL, he gonna be playing this week. And what we're gonna come to find out is that all this shit is just a lie. All this shit is just some made up shit just to, to get attention. To maybe I'm not feeling love, maybe I'm not feeling wanted, maybe you're not doing enough, and all the shit they be saying to try to Jedi mind trick you when you providing, whatever you providing, what you should be providing, at least the essentials. You know what I mean? A lot, the Most High say protectors, providers, and maintainers of the women and children. As a man, that's just the basic duties. You know what I'm saying? You step into that. And that may not be everybody, like Ebony Williams said. They're not even showing up in the leadership. She's about to have a heart attack. Grabbing her pearls, and they're not even showing up in the leadership. And some of them is not. Some of these is the folio clown niggas out here. And that's you, fellas. For some of y'all that fall in that and that, in that category. You know what I mean? But, I would love to see the same energy if it comes out that, she was lying, had some allegations and some shit said on him a few years ago, still end up skeeting, shooting up the club, and you gotta hold responsibility for that, my guy. My geysers, Brody, whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Southless, what up? You know what I mean? You gotta hold that down. Because you end up fucking with her. Everybody else fuck with her and kept it moving. You fuck with her, you parked it up. you double parked in that shit, like, you know what I mean? You parallel double parked that motherfucker sideways. And that's a Kanye reference. Instead of just, rocking out and breaking out, you double park, parallel, and park that motherfucker sideways. You left your crib and you moved to her crib. And now you dealing with somebody, and this is not really like to cash no bad aspersions. This is just what some men do. This is real reality of some people. Not all, but a lot. They give it all and you get with them, or you already knew what it was before you invested all, before you jumped all the way off the, the porch. You knew what it was. So now when they hit you with what they hitting you with, the domestic allegations, the sexual allegations, the cheating allegations, the abusive allegations, the narcissist allegation, all this shit, it's the go-to playbook. You got nobody to blame but yourself. You got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, damn, I was up here. I was the best around. And nothing's ever gonna, like, you made it to the top of the top for your field, and you had the pick of the litter at one point in time, you know what I'm saying? You made bad booty choices, and booty rocking everywhere. You made bad booty choices. Your skins was good, but they were bad booty choices. Now you in this situation, and you fucked now. Whether you stay, you don't, and not fall. Sometimes it is better to just cut your losses, get up out of there, pay whatever it is that they saying you're gonna have to pay, if you are resourceful and you made it already to the top of the top, then you probably, can get it again. And money can be made again, but can you get your peace of mind back? And it's not, like again, every situation it could be tailor made for the certain individual. It's not, one size fits all when it comes to relationships. It's never that easy. If it was, then we all would be fucking happy. But we're not. You know what I mean? Some of us is miserable. I think the Most High, I'm somebody that's not down in dumps and oh me, woe is me, and life is bad and all that. Now, for the most part, I wake up with that feeling. So I quote that on the channel. That feeling, I wake up with that on a regular. No matter what it is. Nigga lose 5, 2, 3 bands the night and this shit hurt nigga pockets, or some real shit could be going on with your family, or just, relationship shit, or whatever it is. When the eyes wake up, like 50 said, I wake up, stare at the ceiling. I'm alive. Woo! What a beautiful feeling. Everything else is secondary. Now, when you brushing your teeth and you go take a shit, you jump in the shower, you might start, obviously the day is starting, your mind is starting to, expand, and you're thinking of the shit you got to do, and you may be saying, damn, this shit is beating me down, this shit got me, woo, woo. You might be saying, damn, today may be a long day, today may be a bad day. But when you wake up and them eyes hit the back, it's like, oh, it's a beautiful feeling. And it's going to be a lovely day today. Lovely day. Lovely day. It's going to be a beautiful fucking day, even if you're sitting in traffic and paying them new, fucking congestion prices downtown. If you from, the city or London, whatever these other places that they implemented this shit is at. Still going to be a beautiful day. You on the train left you, you alive, and that's something to be thankful for. But this other shit. Let's talk about the therapist, right? Speaking about the ladies, and where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? Where the ladies at? The therapist that was saying, men is over-sexualized and hypersexual, and Scorpios be the best. Capricorn season soon come. Y'all know I got a shitload of them in my family. A lot of friends, a lot of people in my inner circle that's Capricorn, so we really rock with y'all hard, you know what I mean? But Scorpios be the best. She's like, a lot of you guys are super sexual, hypersexual, and you need the therapy, and you need to talk about the traumas and your past, shit that's fucking with you. And I agree with that for the most part. From somebody that had to sit in fucking circles even though I didn't want to, and fucking, the RSAC and KSAC and all the shit that they make you do when you locked up, and God, please give me the strength to change the things, and and all that shit that they try to sell you. And, if it works for you, then it works. How you working it, She now recently came out after she unfortunately lost her job for speaking out and, just coming with a sass and an attitude and really just, blaming, not taking responsibility, not taking accountability in my eyes, especially as a profession like that where you're used to hearing people vent and, tell you their problems. So you should be more, in control of how you view. But she was a TikToker, and y'all know on the channel, and it's all for sale. People got to do what they got to do to get them fucking views. So they shaking their ass in all different possible ways to get you to view them because they want you to view them, and they care so much, like a nigga Dr. Strange said in motherfucking in the first Doctor Strange movie when he was talking to Christine. My cousin Riri on the check-in. Clearly it's V. What's the word? He like, and you care so much. And he tried to hurt her feelings, and he really did hurt her feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cared so much that you was telling the brothers they need to work some shit out, and, brother gonna work it out. And, she said brothers doxed her. I'm talking about the black therapist. I can't get her name right now. But she was a, therapist. She lost her job, unfortunately. I wasn't happy that she lost the job, but I think she a little off in my, my analysis of her. So now she got the fans only, right? And you can do what you want to do. Because like Ray and Ghost, you're going to come out in your own way. Like these happy-go-lucky niggas, they hear you come with one word, then here they come. They want to flip it and bounce it and try to shine before you get a chance to shine on your own shit. And y'all know I'm going to quote the Purple Tape because that's one of the iconic, classic hip-hop albums. And it really is just that plain and simple. and you're going to come out in your own way. So she can do what the fuck she want to do. I'm not going to be tuning in. Not because I'm cheap, but it's free shit. And it's like, just not really what the, the real people, you know what I mean? If you ain't porn or whatever, can't really, you know what I'm saying? But nonetheless, men is hypersexual. They over-sexualize, yet you want to get the fans on. So a lot of people got channels, and they got opinions, and they got shit to say about it. A lot of them is like the nerve of this bitch, right? Like, you know what I mean? I ain't going to go that hard on her. It's like, yo, she lost the job. Probably didn't see that coming on some Quicksilver shit. You didn't see that coming, did you? Lost the job your whole life, and that's for a lot of people. You lose your job, you see when the pandemic hit, that shit smack motherfuckers around like, psh, 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 psh. Like, did not tell you not to, you know what I mean? Like, psh, psh, psh. Smack and beat the skin off your ass. I said 9 o'clock, not 9:01. Some people get the skin whipped off their ass if they came in 1 minute late. Real talk. Child abuse, if you will, you laying down the law and don't cross the gun line, but 9:01 is an ass whipping with the holy belt. Because I told you to be here at 9. So, people doxed her and this and that. I'm not knocking her for getting a couple dollars off fans only. If you could get it showing your feet and all that. You showing your feet, and y'all know when the show I rock the cozy souls, you know what I'm saying? Christmas time and all that for those that celebrate, because it's Christmas time. You can get you a pair. See the Jordans right here. See the Air Max 95s. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Instagram, then the visuals might be a little small because it's a small screen. But I really just do the shit on YouTube. I really just started doing it on Instagram, just show people what we doing over here on Pop His TV. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, smash that notification bell, so when I upload the videos, right, you get alerted. So she was crying and all that. Now she's shaking her ass for cash. And, if you into fans only, when you go over there, let me know if it's worth it. You know what I mean? I think it's $22 a month. It's a little more than Netflix, a little more than, certain shit. And, a lot of women, what they find out, I know some people close that tried it. They were saying they was just showing their feet and their hands. But we know that that's not really just the case. Number one is like rappers. If you're a rapper, no offense to you, especially if you're a local rapper, you know what I mean? This Friday, cheers them up. Y'all come a dime a dozen. Y'all niggas is all over the place. Soon as when you fucking blink, it's a rapper standing next to you. Soon as when you turn around, it's a rapper spitting some bars to you. Soon as when you look, it's rappers everywhere, and rap is out of control. That's an EPMD reference. Yes, y'all, kiggity. Rap is out of control. And just like it's rappers everywhere, it's fans only women everywhere. Teachers, lawyers, models, like everywhere. And all of them don't got the same content. Some of them is, a little more with the rabbit and, Strong J challenge. Some of y'all got the new spinning rolls and all that. Y'all there going crazy. You're doing shit that's despicable, and you not hustling for your last name. You hustling for your first name. Because if you was hustling for your last name, you might have a little bit of pride. You might have a little dignity. You might just be up there just showing your hands and feet. And not, fellatios and, backstrokes and all that. And left stroke, death stroke, tongue all down the throat. It's a B.I.G. reference. Rest in peace to Big. She on there doing that. Get your money, girl. Do what you got to do to get over. You know what I mean? It's not fun when you lose your job, especially when you living paycheck to paycheck, when you ain't playing, when you in debt, when America's in shit right now. Like it could be a little shaky, a little nervous, a little shaky, little times for you. You know what I mean? So I get it, but don't come back on a swing back. Like, yo, I made a mistake. And, because we see a lot of ladies jump back out 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, hit 35. Like, damn, I regret that I was on fans only. But, obviously you see Joe Smith's wife. She running the muck. And the buffoonery remains at an all-time high. She's running the muck, hitting all the networks, talking about how she doing adult content and she giving massages out, and it's just really, really crazy. But again, got nobody to blame, Joe Smith, but yourself. And that's why that's one of the first things she said when she didn't take accountability is what? You knew who you was when you met me. You knew who you was dealing with. So don't come and talk about you don't want me busting and doing the back split in the helicopter and then baby boy. You know what I mean? You walk out the room to come get some cereal with some Apple Jacks and you see Vin Raines with Shorty in the air, butt naked, you know what I mean, hopping around your fucking kitchen. And you ready to throw up in your mouth because your mom's is like, oh. And she was looking good back then. I mean, she still look good now. Was she 51, 53? She still look good now. Well, he was giving her, you know what I mean, the back shots and baby boy. You know what I'm saying? You like Denzel meme hitting your motherfucking desk because you mad your mom's getting her back blown out. Every week it's the new, you know what I mean? Like, it's the mailman, you know what I mean? And I'm being funny, but I'm not. Don't swing back like, yo, you know, I was fucking up. You know what I mean? Like, don't swing back on some bullshit. Let's get to this shit though. Speaking of women out of control, you know, out of line, and this is not to get on y'all show, but that lady cop in Alabama that tased that guy, that was wild. That was wild, right? Like, when you see it, you get numb to the shit. I'm not gonna lie. And I talk about we shouldn't get numb to it, self included, because you think it can, you know, if I'm paid in full, and it's like, niggas get shot every day, B. You tough, right? You could take it, right? Like, you built for this shit. You built for seeing niggas get their head bust. Niggas getting, you know what I mean, their TVs turned off, self-deletion. You built for babies getting blown up and body parts laying all over. And like the Wu-Tang reference from the 36 Chambers, is he dead? Fuck you mean is he dead? It's all types of fucking blood coming out of his head. Niggas standing on the corner, niggas let off mad shots, B. The fuck you mean is he dead? Iconic classic. And y'all know the classic albums have to have, you know, just the right spot where the little skit is or the little interlude or whatever it is, which makes it a classic album. And that was one of the classic albums. Nigga like, is he dead? Of course he's dead. Nigga got shot the fuck up. Mad times. How the fuck you gonna take it? 21 shots. And like Holmes said, they they killed Holmes uptown. They hit Holmes with 41 rounds. Live your life. You know what I mean? Like, they hit homie with 41 rounds. Of course he's dead. Come on. Who the fuck is living with 41 rounds, 6 rounds, 1 round? And you know what DMX said. Once the lights go off, they don't come back on. This ain't a flick. You ain't gonna come back on. You're not that strong. You knew it was wrong, but you asked for it, baby. Come on, bro. You asked for it. And so, in this particular instance, I wasn't shocked. I wasn't amazed when you put the beat on. If you rock with the channel, good looking. But you know one of my sayings on the channel is, when you put the beat on, I'm not shocked and I'm not amazed. And that's a play on Bismarck. When you put the beat on, you will be shocked and amazed. Make the music with your mouth. Like, you will be shocked and amazed. On the contrary, when you see a lot of this fuckery, this buffoonery, this self, whatever we doing, I'm not shocked and amazed. Especially when it comes from the police. Not all of them is filthy, fucking, dirty, rotten animals. But some of them are. And, you know, she like, aha! And I'm not making fun or light of the situation. You hear the brother say, why you saying aha? And she like, yeah, you was talking all that shit, even though we can't hear what shit she was talking about. All we see is her tasing them. You know, obviously they got the power. I was hoping he just got out of that shit and just went berserk on her and on some overpower her shit, on some man shit. You know what I mean? Letting her handle you like that. But I get it, cuffs and, you know. But it's just, the thing is like this, right? Like, when we see other groups, this is the only reason why I'm bringing this shit up. One, I'm B1, I'm pro. You know, obviously I know motherfuckers will bust me open and leave me dead in the street right in front of my moms, right in front of my sisters and all that, like my family with no regards. Oh, but you black. Right. We 54 minutes in the show and oh, but you black. I know, like, my chances of walking out my neighborhood as opposed to somebody that's white that live in my neighborhood, somebody that's Asian persuasion that live in my neighborhood, somebody albino or Albanian, or somebody that's some other ethnicity. They can just walk around with their dogs and, go to Whole Foods and all that good old shit. Like what the nigga said on the Chronic album, I'm ready to give me some triple cheeseburgers and some apple turnovers and all that good old shit. These niggas could do all that shit, right? You and me, people that been in, people that been living in, your moms and your family still living in, and they living just enough for the city I'm funny, but I'm not. For those that's just be tuning in, you're not really familiar with Popovich TV, but we live, we rolling, we unscripted, and this is what we do over here every Friday or Saturday. Wait till they get a load. And like and Kim, I'm here now. And they should have never, right? Your family's still living in the city. They walk outside, got the garages and, the big windows in Harlem and Brooklyn, downtown Soho and all that. They don't have a worry. And if they do, it just doesn't appear that way. And we know that reception sometimes is not reality. But when I see them walking through the hood, when I'm interacting, when I'm dark nighting it through the city, living for the love, I don't see that they, shaky grounds with it. They're not all around. And the reason why they're like that is because if anything happens, like, you under us now. Like the nigga Punch on the Pun album, Capital Punishment. Yo, you under us now. Be this who corners you on. And Don Coley who? You under us now. You under the wing. And anything you do to them, we gonna rain down on you. We gonna, like what Denzel said, putting cases on all you motherfuckers. You gonna be eating fucking chili con corn and yakisobe, I don't care, and Pelican Bay. You do anything to one of ours. Anything. We gonna make you feel it. We gonna make your family feel it. We gonna make your little boys and your homies feel that shit. Right, like what the nigga Kane said from Menace Society. You gonna let these niggas kill your cousin and you ain't gonna do shit? Man, we gonna go out here, we gonna kill all these niggas. And then the nigga motherfucking, what's the nigga name? I can't think of the nigga name, the OG nigga. So, man, y'all niggas better shut the fuck up and all that. It sound like some bitches. We gonna go up here and do what we gotta do. And I'm quoting all these iconic, quotable movies and references to show that when it's about them, what's the shit nigga was? I didn't even know what this shit was. Nigga, with DJ Metcalf. We cover sports, hip-hop over here. Interviews sometimes when niggas don't be acting flaky. Nigga caught the touchdown even though they lost. Seahawks last week, they lost. Nigga did this shit. Guess that's the sign language. Stand on business. They stand on business when it's about them. And they don't let not near one. They don't care. They got to spin the narrative, reverse that shit, flip that shit to make it work so that if you violate, they got all right to do you filthy. We don't have that same energy when it come to us. Oh, but you black. We don't have that same energy. And if we did, because we some high flying, high dunking, motherfucking fried chicken eating watermelon. From the do the right thing. When here's what they think about you. We supposed to be the superior, and the black man is God and all this. The shit they try to teach you and all that. And it's only one God, you know what I'm saying? And that's the Most High. But you can believe what you want to believe. I ain't gonna knock you for it. You supposed to be that. Yet we still ain't figuring out how to back one another. Even if a motherfucker wrong, you deal with that shit on the back end. That's why that video when the 16-year-old jumped in the water on some motherfucking Aquaman shit, and that shit that happened out there at the park or whatever, and the security guard, that was a big moment. We did a big one. We need to keep doing that. You know what I'm saying? That way they know, like, nah, you fuck with one of ours, you fucking with Doom Doom. On X first album, you fucking with Doom Doom. He letting you know, like, all my niggas. You know what I mean? Like, if my brother don't get in, then the X makes an exit to the rear. I'm out of here. Don't front on my brothers. I take care of them before I take care of others. We need to adapt that mindset. And I know This all skin ain't black. Speaking of black, my nigga Black on the check-in. He another real one. Me and him was up top together and shit. Shout out to my nigga Black and shout outs to Yonkers. We gonna be giving out the locks in a minute. Not the locks from Yonkers, but the locks that get us the winner chicken dinner. Shout out to my nigga Black on the check-in. You know what I mean? We gotta get that mindset that if your niggas ain't getting in, then you making the exit to the rear. And you don't let nobody front, you know what I mean, on your brothers. I guess we went off on one network. Sorry about that. You don't let nobody front on your brothers, you know what I'm saying? Or your sisters and all that. Letting niggas just do what they want. And that's why they feel like they could do what they want. And that's why they're doing whatever it is that they feel they're gonna do. We can't be having that shit. You know what I mean? We gotta do better, as they say. You know what I mean? Let's get to this shit though. Been on here for a little minute. I gotta make moves. It's Friday. We chilling. We vibing. You know what I'm saying? Juice bar flow. Hit you with a little twinge. We about to get into these football picks. Oh, before we get into the football picks, gotta definitely shout out the in-season tournament. Lakers, Indiana. I had the Bucks the other day, but I did have the Lakers as well. So we cashed in. I didn't bet on the Bucks, but I did bet on the Lakers. So that was a winner chicken dinner. In-season tournament at first, like a lot of people, I was a little skeptical. Obviously, I think it has interjected some life into it. And now it's like, challenge. Let's see tomorrow, Saturday, who gonna win. I got LeBron in them, and this is the reason why I got LeBron, just for those that's curious and you wondering. Y'all know on the channel I think sports is rigged. This shit is flipped and scripted to fit what they want. So I think this shit is scripted and rigged. And so whatever better way would kick the first, in-season tournament off with LeBron winning, 20th year, on his way out. Tyrese Halliburton and anybody else, y'all can probably get it after because it's going to be around. LeBron don't got too many more years. I don't know if he's going to win the chip this year. They got a good chance. People always love to hate on LeBron or bet against him or bet with him. So the NBA, I'm sure they got what they wanted as far as having the Lakers in and having Indiana. They looking good. They definitely looking good. I think what's helping them a lot is Bruce Brown. Got the championship from last year. He was in Brooklyn, so shout outs to New York, Brooklyn in the house. Once you get that winning pedigree, that winning, DNA, as LeBron would say, it's hard to, to not act as such. You know what I mean? And once you walk with that, you kind of forever walk with, you forever a champion. Like you're never gonna walk into a room and people be like, nah, you're not a champion. You're gonna be forever recognized as a champion. Let me see if I go live back on here again. Here we go. Connection. Yeah, kid. We back live on the other shit. You never lose that. That never goes away. No matter if you was a role player, like for instance, people try to play Iman Shumpert with this Tiana Taylor shit. He was a role player. He was this. No, he's a champion. His wrist bling bling. Your shit bling blow. Your pinky ring talk like 50 you sick. You can say whatever the fuck you want, but when he walk in the room is Iman Shumpert, champion, you know what I mean? Like champion winner, you know what I mean? Won that Cleveland. This is for you. Like, this is for you. He was on that team. His wrist bling blow. You know what I mean? And so that's never going to be taken away. I think it's good for the NBA. You heard Kevin Durant say what he say, like, damn, I'm mad we not going to Vegas. And I could definitely see this like, watching Shaq and all of them on TNT and all that. You can see the fans, and I've been to Vegas mad times. That's like Houston, Vanna, Vegas. You know what I mean? Like that's one of the places I've been to the most. Atlanta, Vegas, and and Miami. Those are Houston, Vanna, Vegas. Been to Vegas mad times. Thus, I am a gambler, and my show is about gambling. Duh. I can see that definitely being like an all-star type of shit where pre-all-star weekend you try to go there. You know what I mean? And you have a good time, bro. I think LeBron is going to win. All right, let's get to it. Week 14, NFL picks against the spreads. You know what it is. Last week on the locks, not from Yonkers. We went 3-3. Last week wasn't the best week. We went 3-3, but if you did all the games separately, you didn't lose. So it's a great week when you don't lose. Week before that, 6 locks. You won some money with us. We're going to try to give y'all 6 winners again this week. Here we go. First game, Tampa Bay at Atlanta. Atlanta Falcons, the Dirty Birds, -2. Tampa Bay already lost at home to Atlanta, 13-6, 13-16, I believe. It's hard to win in the NFL. And on any given Sunday, when you win a division, unless you was like Tom Brady or certain teams that always end up dominating a division, you most likely split the games. I think Baker Mayfield could wake up feeling dangerous, and I think obviously they can put up some points against Atlanta. I got Tampa Bay winning this game. If not winning, I see Atlanta winning by 1. I don't see them covering the 2, because why is it not 2? I see this as the revenge game. Next game, Baltimore Ravens coming off the bye, giving 7.5 in the hook to the Los Angeles Rams. Sean McVay and them have been playing better in the last couple of weeks. They obviously played themselves into possibly getting into the playoffs. They're on a 3-game win streak, beat the Seahawks, Cardinals, Browns. They beat the shit out the Browns. I had the Browns that game too. I didn't think they would beat the shit out the Browns. I thought the Browns would cover the 4.5. They didn't. Anyway, they at the Ravens. Ravens coming off a bye. I know they looking and they licking their chops like, damn, Kansas City lost. Miami, we played them. A lot of teams in the AFC, you know what I mean? Jacksonville just lost their quarterback. Joe Burrow and them looking a little shaky, a little nervous. This is the chance. I think they win. I think they cover. I think they could beat the Rams by 10 points, 14. I think they could smack them. I think they will smack them. I'm going with Baltimore. Next game, Detroit, the Lions. Not the same old Lions. At the Chicago Bears. Bears getting 3. We seen this game like 2 weeks ago. Detroit won 31-26, I believe. I don't think they covered the spread. Let me check and see what the spread was again. Spread was 8. They definitely didn't cover the spread. I don't think they cover the spread here either. I think Detroit could win. They also in the thick of things for the #1 seed. Obviously, you got Dallas, you got the Philly, you got San Fran, 49ers. Everybody is like right behind each other, 3-4, or 9-3, 8-4, etc. I think Detroit can win. It's really nothing for Chicago to keep playing for, except it's hard to beat a team twice again, in the same division, in the same time in the year. I think Ray Lewis and them beat Pittsburgh the year they won the Super Bowl. They beat them all 3 times. Twice in the regular season, then in the playoffs. Obviously, you got, Tom Brady when he was on New England, beating the Jets all the time and, always beating the Bills and shit. So, I got Chicago. Indianapolis at Cincinnati Bengals. This is going to be a good one right here. Obviously, Gardner Minshew, he's been balling. He's been more than a placeholder for the Indianapolis Colts. Still no Jonathan Taylor, out with the knee injury or the high ankle sprain. He won't be playing again. This is second time out. Last week they was able to get by, and Tyler Quali, they was just able to get by. I don't think they get by this week. I think Cincinnati Bengals win 2 in a row. I think they win 2 in a row. I think they get the victory at home. Chase Higgins, obviously the backup. He looked pretty damn decent. I ain't gonna lie, against Jacksonville. Granted, Trevor Lawrence did get hurt. That was unexpected. We didn't expect Trevor Lawrence to get hurt. He might play this week. Trevor Lawrence might play this week. Whether he play or not, I think Cincinnati can win. I think they will win. Now let's get to the Jacksonville game. They 8-4. Cleveland is 7-5. Cleveland rocks. Cleveland rocks. I've been on Cleveland the last couple of times. Maybe I shouldn't have been. They -3. I like Cleveland at home -3. They are in the thick of things. I think their quarterback can be serviceable. With Jacksonville quarterback, after, whether Trevor Lawrence going to play or not, is he going to be able to make all the throws, be mobile, move around? You know, Cleveland has one of the best defenses in the NFL this year. Obviously, you know, point differential and far as, you know, yards and all that shit, all the analytical shit. I think they could win this week by 3 or even more. It's hard to win in Cleveland. You know, Jacksonville, I think they take a loss this week. I think they lose 2 in a row. Next game, Carolina at New Orleans. Who that? Who that? Who that said they're going to beat them Saints? Who that? Saints, Derek Carr, Carolina Panthers, Bryce Young. They ain't been looking all that good, and neither has the Saints. But this is a game where I think the Saints can win. They giving 6. I know a lot of people is going to be on Carolina, but I just think the Saints is better. It won't surprise me if the Carolina Panthers keep it close, but I'm gonna go with the Saints at home to win by a touchdown or more. Next game, Houston at New York Jets. Jets, Jets, getting 3.5 on the hook'em. I don't know. Houston, C.J. Strauss, this boy is really putting on. Like, I put on. He like Jeezy in the Snowman days. He putting on. He putting on for the city of Houston. And we hearing them games ain't been sold out. A lot of empty seats in the bleachers, but y'all better start showing up. Last week he was a lock, and we had Houston. They won, they covered. It was a good look. This week here, can they beat the Jets? They going with obviously I think they released Tim Boyle. I don't even know who they going with. Aaron Rodgers, you can't get back quick enough. We thought New York would be good this year. It ain't pan out. It's not going to pan out. I said all that to say I'm going with Houston. I got Houston. You know what I mean? Catch a body, head to Houston. Minnesota off the bye. Going against the Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders. Raiders is +3 at home dogs. Minnesota still in the thick of things too. Jeffrey Jackson. He's coming back. Obviously, they one of their best wide receivers, one of the best wide receivers in the NFL. You know what I mean? I like Minnesota to win. I like Minnesota to cover. Coming off the bye, I like Minnesota big. Next game, Seattle getting 13 at San Fran. Last week we had San Fran as a lock as well. We hit our pick. They beat the Philadelphia Eagles, crushed them. They already beat the Seahawks 31-13, coming off an emotional win and, you know, keeping their eyes on the prize. Excuse me. They play the Cardinals next. So it should really be no look ahead. Coming back to the crib. It's big points, but I got San Fran winning and covering. I mean, Ken Geno Smith and them coming in, trying to make it look good. I was actually leaning towards since Seattle, but just now I'm switching the pick. Looking at their schedule, because they don't play Baltimore, which is going to be a good game. That was the Super Bowl when Jim Harbaugh's the 2 Harbaugh brothers. So they play Cardinals next. That ain't no real game. I hate to say it, Kyler Murray and them, they're not really a good team. So they can win both games, and they'll be 11-3, even if they lose to Baltimore. So I'm going to switch my pick. I think San Fran at home coming off a big win. I think they clean, they win, they cover the spread. Next game, Buffalo, New York. You know what I mean? Shout out to Benny the Butcher and all them boys up there. You know what I mean? We love Buffalo. Every time we went to Buffalo, Liddy in the city. Like, hop in the Raven, I bought it, it's Liddy again. You know what I mean? New York all day. Coming off a bye, Kansas City coming off that loss to Green Bay Packers, the Cheeseheads. I was going back and forth with this game as well, but Buffalo, they really need this game. Kansas City Chiefs, if they lose this game after this, they got the easy schedule. Here go their schedule real quick just to, you know, give you a glimpse of what I'm looking at. Patriots, Raiders, Bengals, Chargers, all winnable games. Even if they lose and become 8-5, they still could be 9, 10, 11, 12, 12-5 for the season. They still can possibly get the #1 seed. Baltimore got to play Miami, and they got to play a few teams. Baltimore got to play a few teams. So the AFC is still wide open. Miami got to play some tough team. They got to play Dallas. That's going to be a rough out. So the AFC is still wide open. So even if Kansas City lose, they still could possibly get the number 1 seed. Buffalo don't have no room for, they don't have no margin for error, as they say. They have to win. I'm gonna go with them to win, coming off a bye. Speaking of Buffalo, we know their coach said some boneheaded shit about 9/11 and all that, and when you get to peel back the curtain on some of these, entertainers, athletes, public figures, etc., celebrities, and these stars are, like Doug said, the only stars I know was in the sky. So we continue through the venue, didn't pretend to be nothing but Dougie. I know the rhymes, you know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna get into that bonehead shit he talking about 9/11, like mad Muslims didn't, risk their lives and put it all on the line, like your life's on the line. You know what I mean? Police officers and ambulance and firemen, you know what I mean? Workers that was Muslim that ran down there into the smoke, into the, the burning building, etc., risked their life. And the shit that, was going on at the height of that time and some ignorant people. You know what I mean? I was locked at that time. I was in 5 points. You know what I mean? Damn it, man. Like, Yakisobe, Chili Con, damn. I was in 5 points. Horrible. You know what I mean? Like, came out the box on some, oh, shit. Let me see the footage of 9/11. Mind you, when 9/11 happened, I was in the box on headphones listening like, oh, shit. Listening to Tom Ford and all the analysts, the news analysts, like, Building 1 was hit and just in the box not knowing what the fuck was going to happen. Like, in protocols like this, do they kill all the prisoners? You know what I mean? Like, not knowing. And you really don't know what's the protocol. You know what I mean? That's another note, though. You know what I mean? Shout outs to Natalie on the check-in. What's the word, young lady? Popovich TV. We live. We rolling. We unscripted. We giving out the motherfucking Sunday picks. NFL Week 14. We closing out the show. We've been on here for 76 minutes now. We closing out. So I'm going to go with Buffalo over Kansas City. I think they need to get the game more than Kansas City. Next game, Denver at LA Chargers. LA Chargers, they beat the Patriots. The Patriots won last night. They put up, beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. Who would have thunk it? Like, over in the first half. The over and under was 30, but they went over like this. I told y'all, this shit is scripted and rigged. If you don't believe me, then don't believe me. But what I'm telling you, I done won plenty of money knowing that this shit is scripted and rigged. This shit is scripted and rigged, and sometimes you don't always get it, but when you catch it and when I get on here and I say that feeling, that's the feeling when you're like, I got 3,000 tonight. I'm putting it on motherfucking Boston over the New York Knicks. Yeah, kid. When you just know certain teams is going to win, it's got the feeling, it's a hunch. I put it in the ebook and let y'all, you know what I mean? Hit me up on Popovich at my Gmail. Denver been playing well. The Chargers, they trash. Denver's trash, but they did go on a 5-game win streak. I like the Chargers at home. I think they bounce back, even though they did beat the Patriots last week. I think Denver go 2-0 or 0-2 rather. I think they lose 2 games in a row. Game of the night. How about them Cowboys? Dallas Cowboys at home, -3.5 against the Philadelphia Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. We just seen this game a couple weeks ago. Let me be accurate. Week 9, Eagles won at home by 5, 28-23. It was a close game. 7-7 in the first quarter. Cowboys scored 10 in the second quarter. Eagles scored 7, so they was leading at the half by 3, 17-14. You know what I mean? In the third quarter, Eagles put up 14, and in the last quarter, Dallas put up 4. So that one little quarter, you know what I mean? They was able to take off on Dallas. I think Dallas returned the favor. Obviously, if they win this game, what's up, Butterfly, young lady? You know what I mean? Harlem in the building, one of Harlem's finest. You know what I mean? And I think they return the favor and they give the Eagles back the loss. One, if they win, then they jump into the number 1 seed as far as the division is concerned. And then you're still in the race with Seattle and all of these other, you're still in the race for Seattle and I meant to say San Fran, etc. Monday Night Football got 2 games. Let me give y'all the 2 Monday Night Football picks, and then we get into the locks, and then we get out of there. You know what I mean? Friday night, just got paid, ready to go shake out. You know what I mean? Got shit to do. Monday night got 2 Monday Night Football games. Tennessee at Miami. Miami giving 13. Miami, they got to play, like I told you, they got a tough schedule. Miami, they just coming off beating the Washington Wizards. Washington Commanders blew them out. They got the Jets, but then they got Cowboys, Ravens, and the Bills. Very tough schedule to close the season out. They 9-3 now. They got 5 games. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They got 5 games left. I can see them losing 3 of the next 5. I can. They at Baltimore. That's probably a loss. Dallas Cowboys, they going to probably love to come into Miami and South Beach and beat Tua Tagovailoa and them. Bills might even could beat them. Even if they beat the Cowboys, I see them possibly losing definitely 2 games. They might lose 3. But with that being said, I don't think they're going to cover the 13. They're going to be at home. I know it. For some reason, I like Tennessee. The backup quarterback, they lost last week to the Colts. Colts got a better defense, in my opinion, than Miami. They lost by 3. I think Miami will win, but I don't think they're going to cover that 13. I think that's a lot of points. Monday Night Football, my New York Football Giants. I know what I'm going to say next. It's New York in the house. It's Brooklyn in the house. Uptown in the house. Shallon are you in the house? Like, everybody are you in the house? Everybody are you in the fucking house? My New York Football Giants, let's be clear, they're trash. Sprinkle some dirt on them. What you thought I was going to say? And that's you. Funny face, sad face, sticker face. What you thought I was going to say? The Giants is trash. And they're trash. That's pretty much just what it is. But they getting 6.5. They at home. Green Bay Packers just coming off beating Kansas City. Oh, they're going to come in and beat the Giants, right? On the road, beat them by a touchdown. Oh, no, they're not. Giants, we got Green Bay number. You know, I'm going off like the histrionics of this shit. Certain teams play certain teams a certain amount of times and the history of teams. And, Eli went up into the frozen tundra and we beat them. Then we went to get the Super Bowl over Brady. Yeah, 2 times. We're going to beat Green Bay. I think we're going to beat them outright. But if not, then take the points in your back pocket. Shout out to my nigga Jay on the Pick Dogs podcast. Now let's get to the locks. Not from Yonkers. The locks to get us the winner chicken dinners. We're going with Tampa Bay over Atlanta. Baltimore over the Rams. Cleveland, I don't even know who they playing. Who Cleveland playing again? Cleveland playing Cleveland Rocks. Jacksonville. We going with Minnesota. We going with should keep moving. We going with Dallas. And those is the locks. Tampa Bay, Baltimore, Cleveland, Minnesota, Buffalo, and Dallas. If I didn't say Buffalo the first time, that's what we're going with. Tampa Bay, Baltimore, Cleveland, Minnesota, Buffalo, and Dallas. Those is the locks. Not from Yonkers. The locks that get you and me the winner chicken dinners. $100 on a 6-pick that I just gave you. That's $4,841. $4,841. Yeah, kid. Y'all know who y'all was tuned into. Popovich. We live, we rolling, we unscripted, we authentic. That feeling. Back up in here. One more again. Appreciate you for tuning in. Yeah, kid.